For as long as you can remember, Toyota has absolutely owned the hybrid game. But when it came to rugged, all-electric SUVs built for adventure, that's been a different story, a space where other brands have been leading the charge. Well, it looks like that's about to change. This is the all-new 2026 Toyota BZ Woodland, an all-electric SUV that has been built from the ground up to get you off the pavement. It's bigger, it's way more powerful, and it's designed to go places most other EVs simply wouldn't dare. But the real question is, does it have the range, the performance, and the legitimate off-road tech to actually conquer the wild and go head-to-head with the best in the business? Today, we're going to dig into everything you need to know about the BZ Woodland. We'll cover its rugged design, its incredibly practical interior, that powerful dual-motor setup, and the charging tech that could make or break your next adventure. By the end of this, you'll know if this is the new king of adventure EVs. Let's get into it. Design and first impressions, right off the bat you can tell the BZ Woodland is playing a different game. This isn't just a rebadged version of another Toyota EV, it's a completely different vehicle with a presence that just feels capable. It's almost 6 inches longer than the standard BZ SUV, and that extra length gives it this commanding, almost wagon-like profile that looks both modern and seriously tough. Toyota really embraced the Woodland name with styling that is both aggressive and functional. You see it everywhere: the prominent black fender cladding, the muscular front end with its big skid plate. It's all designed to take a beating on the trail. But what really sets it apart is the stance. The BZ Woodland has a solid 8.3 inches of ground clearance, which is exactly what you need for clearing rocks, ruts, and whatever else the trail throws at you. That's more than a lot of its crossover EV competitors, and puts it squarely in the territory of a serious adventure vehicle. Finishing off the look are the optional all-terrain tires on 18-inch alloy wheels, which just scream that this SUV is meant to get dirty. And up top you get standard bridge-type roof rails, ready for your bikes, kayaks, or a cargo box for a long camping trip. It's a smart design that blends clean, aerodynamic lines with the hard-wearing features that adventurers actually use. Interior and practicality, step inside and that focus on adventure-ready practicality just continues. The first thing that hits you is just how much space there is in here. Thanks to that longer body, the BZ Woodland has a ton of cargo room. Toyota officially states there are over 30 cubic feet of space behind the rear seats, and while they haven't given a number for when the seats are folded flat, you can see it opens up into a massive cargo hold, more than enough for camping gear, sports equipment, or a whole week's worth of luggage. But it's not just about the space, it's about how it's designed. Toyota gets that adventures get messy, so they've used durable materials that are easy to live with. The seats are wrapped in a high-quality Softex material that's both comfortable and super easy to wipe clean. And you can even get water-resistant upholstery and tough all-weather floor mats, so you don't have to stress about tracking in mud or snow. The cabin is also a genuinely comfortable place to spend time. There's plenty of headroom and legroom for 5 adults, and you can load it up with premium features. An available panoramic moonroof really opens up the space, while ambient lighting lets you set the mood. For daily life, there's a hands-free power liftgate, rain-sensing wipers, and even available radiant heaters in the front to warm your legs and feet on a cold morning. It's this mix of rugged and comfortable that makes the Woodland feel like it can truly do it all. Infotainment and technology. The centerpiece of the BZ Woodland's dashboard is a huge 14-inch multimedia touchscreen that acts as the command center for the whole vehicle. The system is bright, quick to respond, and comes standard with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so your maps and music are always right there, no cable required. To keep your phone charged, there are dual wireless charging pads up front, which are part of an available premium package. But the tech here is about more than just a big screen. For anyone planning to go off-road, the most valuable feature might be the 360-degree camera system, which Toyota calls the Panoramic View Monitor. It gives you a complete bird's-eye view of the vehicle and everything around it, making it so much easier to navigate tight trails, dodge rocks, and put your wheels exactly where you want them. It's a huge confidence builder when you're out in the middle of nowhere. Of course, safety is a top priority, and the Woodland comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3. This is Toyota's latest and greatest suite of driver aids, including a pre-collision system that can detect pedestrians and cyclists, lane departure alerts with steering assist, and full-speed adaptive cruise control. It also has a new feature called Proactive Driving Assist, which can provide gentle braking and steering to help you keep a safe distance from other cars or cyclists, making the daily drive that much safer and less stressful. Alright, so we've covered the rugged outside and the super practical inside. I'm curious, what do you think so far? Is this blend of adventure-ready design and modern tech the right move for an electric SUV? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. Performance, power, and off-road prowess. Okay, let's get to the part that really defines the BZ Woodland, how it performs, both on and off the road. This is not just an appearance package, it's a seriously powerful and capable machine. It's built on a dual-motor all-wheel drive system that puts out a massive 375 horsepower. That makes it the most powerful vehicle in Toyota's entire BZ lineup, and you feel it the second you put your foot down. The 0 to 60 time is around 4.9 seconds, which is seriously quick for an SUV this practical. But it's that instant, silent torque from the electric motors that completely changes the driving experience. Merging and passing on the highway is just effortless. But when the pavement ends, the Woodland is really just getting started. This is where Toyota's decades of off-road experience come into play. The all-wheel drive system is boosted by X Mode, which is a selectable terrain management system. You can pick modes for surfaces like mud, snow, or dirt, and the vehicle automatically adjusts the throttle, brakes, and power delivery to give you the best possible traction. It also has grip control, which is basically a low-sped off-road cruise control. It maintains a set speed on tricky inclines or declines, so you can just focus on steering. And this thing is built to work. The BZ Woodland can tow up to 3,500 pounds, which is plenty for a small trailer or boat, and more than many of its EV competitors. Between the serious ground clearance, the smart traction tech, and all that power, the BZ Woodland proves it doesn't just look the part, it's an EV with the genuine credentials to back it up: battery, range, and charging. With any EV, the conversation eventually turns to range and charging. It's the number-one concern for most people, and Toyota seems to have made some really smart moves here. The BZ Woodland has a 74.7K QH battery pack, which gives it a Toyota estimated range of about 260 miles on a full charge. Now, 260 miles isn't the biggest number out there, but Toyota has clearly focused on making the charging part of the equation as painless as possible. At a DC fast charger, the BZ Woodland can go from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes, getting you back on your trip quickly. But honestly, the biggest news here is the charge port itself. The BZ Woodland comes standard with a NACS port of the one Tesla uses. This is a massive deal. It means you get native access to the entire Tesla supercharger network across North America, which basically solves the biggest headache of EV road trips by dramatically expanding your charging options. To make charging even better, especially in the cold, the Woodland has a battery preconditioning function. The system automatically warms the battery up to the ideal temperature while you're driving to a charger, which can seriously cut down your wait times. For charging at home, it supports 11 kW AC charging, which is a solid speed for topping up overnight. So, where does that leave us with the 2026 Toyota BZ Woodland? It feels like Toyota has built a vehicle that is true to its roots. It's not trying to be the flashiest or have the most insane acceleration. Instead, this is a thoughtfully designed, super practical, and genuinely capable adventure vehicle that just happens to be electric. The strengths are obvious. It has a powerful 375 horsepower all-wheel drive system, it's off-road tech with 8.3 inch of ground clearance, and X Mode is legit, and the interior is roomy, durable, and full of smart features. And maybe the most important decision they made was including the NACS port right from the factory. That's a true game changer for day-to-day usability. The one thing that might give people pause is the 260-mile range. It's perfectly fine for daily driving and most adventures, but it is less than some competitors who are pushing past 300 miles. That said, the fast charging and access to the supercharger network really help to offset that concern. So who is this really for? The BZ Woodland feels like it was made for the loyal Toyota driver, the person in a 4Runner or RAV4 who's been waiting for an EV that doesn't make them give up their adventurous lifestyle. It's for the family that needs a reliable daily driver during the week but wants to escape to the mountains or the lake on the weekend. The 2026 Toyota BZ Woodland is a credible, versatile, and compelling electric SUV. It's finally an EV for the explorers. But what do you all think? Is the Toyota BZ Woodland the adventure EV you've been waiting for? Let me know your final thoughts in the comments. If you found this first look helpful, do me a solid and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed for more in-depth EV reviews and all the latest on electric adventures. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.